What's up, everybody? Today we are going to go through some shoulder blade stability exercises. These are going to be super important for any shoulder issues that you have. That shoulder blade is our base. That's our foundation for our shoulder complex. So if the shoulder blade is wobbling around a lot, it is not smooth, then we start to have a lot of issues with all those little rotator cuffs, those little stabilizer exercise, or those little stabilizers, because they hook onto the shoulder blade. So if it's wobbling around, all of these muscles are trying to work off of this poor base. So we need to have those nice, strong shoulder blade stabilizers in order to get the most out of all of our shoulder exercises. So we're gonna go through a couple that are going to get those big ones going and helping you out. So we're gonna start off with a little serratus anterior. This one should be super light. You don't need a lot of weight for this. If you are doing a lot of weight, you're probably doing it wrong. The easiest way to do this is find a mirror so you can actually watch yourself and make sure the alignment of shoulder, elbow, and wrist are all going to be in a line. So starting off, all I want is we're just gonna bring elbows in nice and tight. Same thing, I want shoulders, elbow, wrist, all to kind of line up. I want those to be parallel to each other. I don't want everything flared out. I want everything nice and lined up in this frontal plane. From here, we're starting a little bit below that shoulder height. And then all we're gonna do, little press up. You should almost feel like you have this little like stopping point where you wanna kick those elbows out or kind of widen out those elbows. You're gonna do something to try and get past that point. So just nice and easy going up, hitting that little spot, feel it get a little tough, and then back down. Big thing is I don't want those upper traps to kick in. I don't want anything coming up here. Everything should be nice and smooth going up and down. So I like the mirror, because if you start to see those elbows flaring, that can indicate that you're not doing it appropriately. It'll probably also feel a little bit easier than it does with something else. Next one, it's gonna be the same thing. We're just gonna do it with a band. Sometimes I like the band to just give that little bit of a tactile cue. So we're just gonna stand on the band, coming in here. It's gonna come in. So the band is gonna stay on the inside of the elbow. If you notice that it's coming off, you're losing that alignment, so you're not using those muscles that I want to use. So coming in, keeping that band in nice and tight, same thing, just nice and easy, going up, coming back down. Again, really trying to keep away from getting those shoulder blades up and down. I really like about 2 or 3 sets of fatigue. Fatigue is going to be important, especially early on when you're doing these. You might get to 5 or 6 on those first couple sets. Notice that those upper traps are kicking up, elbows are flaring out, something like that's going on. That's gonna be an indicator that you need to take a little break or go a little bit lighter with those exercises. Heavy for this is about 5 pounds. So really make sure that you're going nice and light with those exercises to keep you moving the way that you want to and focusing on that quality and getting those quality reps in. Now that we're done with a little bit of that open chain serratus stuff, we're gonna go into closed chain. So with this, we're gonna do a little push-up plus with some rotation and shoulder tap. So we'll go through a little progression. I like starting off at some sort of angle where you can have a little bit more freedom, makes it a little bit easier. But that little push-up plus is just really sinking down all the way, really getting that nice push. Big thing with that push out is I don't want those shoulders to come up. I don't want those hips to kick back. Really should just be going all the way out. Back in, all the way out. So you're just doing that within that kind of closed chain, getting those shoulder blades moving up and down. Once you kind of find that neutral point, make it a little bit harder, you can go into shoulder taps. Just that nice little weight shift. Big thing that I want to see with the shoulder taps is if you go over, I don't want that shoulder blade to drop down. I want you to be able to keep that out. Once you get to that shoulder tap, next kind of easy progression off of that is going to be going into a little rotation. On that way down, same thing. I don't want that shoulder blade to drop down. I want to keep that push. Nice and easy, going across. Keep that push out. Again, I don't want anything dropping down. From there, you can go into that single arm serratus punch, where you're just going a little up and down. Big thing, I don't want big rotation. I want everything to stay relatively smooth and flat. You're gonna have a little bit of wobble just based off of base of support. You wanna make it a little easier, go legs a little bit wider. That can help out with that base support. You wanna make it a little bit harder, go feet nice and close together. That'll really force those muscles to stabilize as you go through those exercises. We're gonna go through 2 more. Next one is just going to be band. We are going to come across the body. So, nice big lever arm. It's gonna come out in front. This is gonna be about where I want the tendon to start, is kind of that midline. If you're all the way over here and you're starting that tension, it might be a little too much at the end. So, come in here. Nice squeeze out. You don't necessarily have to go all the way out to where the band is kind of hitting the chest, but nice and easy, just going out. Really want that squeeze to come through those shoulder blades. I don't want up here, I don't want that upper trap to be working. I want that shoulder blade to stay down. I want that squeeze to come through bottom of the shoulder blades. Other way that you can do this is with a weight. If you go kind of on side, you can kind of come up and across. Same type of exercise. We're just using band with this one, but you can also use a weight and some gravity. But just nice and easy, coming across, getting that nice squeeze through the shoulder blade. Again, I really want to go more for quality. So once you start to fatigue, once you start to feel upper trap coming up, go ahead and take a little break, rest, relax, make sure to recover before that next set. Last one we're gonna go through is going to be a kettlebell windmill. These are some of my favorite exercises. I really like this one, especially for overhead stability issues. It's a lot of rotator cuff, but you're really forcing that shoulder blade to move on the body as you go through these different movements. So you're gonna go nice and wide stance with the legs. From there, kettlebell's gonna go up overhead. From this position, all we're gonna do is we're gonna windmill down, keeping that kettlebell nice and stacked up overhead, keeping that nice push. So we're just really getting that body to move underneath the arms, so that shoulder blade is being forced to move as the body moves, but we're not necessarily moving the arm, we're moving the body on that shoulder blade. So it's forcing you to really stabilize, use all those muscles, all those little rotator cuff muscles, as well as those shoulder stabilizer muscles to get the most out of that exercise. These are my favorite shoulder stability exercises. If you have any shoulder pain, shoulder issues, these are gonna be your go-to. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment to our YouTube channel so we can keep bringing you videos to keep you living an active and healthy life.